Alright, so after our previous discussion, I have taken a lot more data, E through K, and it took even more than that, but some of it I ended up trashing the data because it was completely useless. So, overall right now we have 9 scans total made of the object. All my scans ended up having, a tremendous amount of calculations, just adjustments for geometry in order to bring everything into one frame of reference so that this can all be 3D plotted on the same plot relative to each other. And so going ahead and taking a look at the data, I've highlighted some things just to make it a little bit more visible. I have not improved the data very much, even with my additional scans of our object. So here we can see we still have like these tube shapes going around here. These are the outer tubes. Here's a little part of the inner one, a little part of the outer portion of it. Inner diameter, outer diameter of this torus. It kind of goes around here. This red portion I've highlighted because that is more underneath the object. Oh, I've totally lost the object now. Let me find where it was. Oh, what have I done? Oh, it's okay. It's over here. So if we go to the back side here, we're kind of looking at the back now. Here's that ring that we were talking about. This red part is just kind of underneath of that ring. Even its position is a little concerning to me. Mostly the positions of a lot of these points are kind of concerning to me. So let's take, for instance, this arm that kind of sits up on the side here. There's this flat-ended piece, and then this little piece that kind of sticks out. That came out nice. And, the flat end of the piece was nice and easy to scan. And then there's sort of this curved barrel shape, and then the flowery gun barrel kind of things that sit up top. Now those I had a tremendous amount of issues with. One concerning, here's some scans that were taken, like maybe I was sitting over here and I was scanning the tubes, but I'm getting some of the flowers up here when they should be placed over here, and other scans are getting some of the flower up here when they should be over here. Even then, these little flowery ends here should be positioned a little bit more over this way, but either way I adjust it. If, say, I adjust those flowery ends a little bit, then a wall over here doesn't seem to match up. There just always seems to be some issue going on with my data. So my mesh is going to be awful, and but we did our best out there to kind of position everything. You can still see the ground here and the little post that it's kind of sitting on there. So I'm going to come back and clean up this data a little bit, get rid of some of these little noisy spots, and maybe clean up some of these guys that are just kind of outliers, even though they should be positioned over here, and knock them out so we can try and do stuff in Mesh Lab. And so we'll come back to this afterwards.